Hello everyone, welcome to Huffy Reviews. Today we have Masters of the Universe Origins Ram Man, Heroic Human Battering Ram! Exclamation point. New for 21, deluxe figure set, ages 6 and up, made by Mattel. Spring-loaded, body that blasts back, modern posing retro play. Yes. This is Ram Man, my second deluxe figure. My first one is Clamp Champ, which I actually have a video review about. If you want to go check that out after this one. Here's the back of it. You have Ram Man bashing into the Roton, so hopefully we'll get a Roton. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. There's Faker, which actually a picture of him was just revealed. So yeah, we are getting a Faker, that's pretty cool. And then there's Skeletor and Castle Grayskull, which I have a review out for. Yeah. Go check out all my other videos. So I have a lot of Master Universe reviews. Alright. That's not what I'm looking at. What is this? Okay, Death is Bio. The powerhouse Ram Man uses his head in battle, bowling down enemies and destroying weapons, as you see here, with the giant blast effect around his head. And the springy feet. Yeah, there's a little thing about what Origins is. There's all of the other deluxe figures. It's something I noticed. This is above. All the stuff that shows what he does is above the figures, where it's usually over here. And the figures are over here. So I have all of those, except for the battle armors. I don't have the battle armors, but I have Ram Man and Clamp Champ. And I have Panther. I also have the Black Panther, which I have a review out for. Go check out my other videos when you're on this one, please. That'd be awesome. There's some legal mumbo jumbo. I found him at the Go Calendar store for a little over his retail price. But, you know, that's okay. Alright. Let's crack this bad boy open and see what's inside. Alright, here he is, out of the box in all of his glory. Yeah, right off the bat, very cool. The comic book just fell over. Here's the little mini comic that comes with this. This comes with all the other deluxe figures. The same mini comic that comes with like Battle Armor, He-Man, Skeletor, and Clamp Champ. Yeah, it's pretty good. I actually haven't read this one in a while. I read it when I got Clamp Champ, but that was like a couple months ago, so I don't remember much about this one, but, yeah, and then there's all the other deluxe figures in the back, and then there's Panther / maybe Flocked Panther, maybe, I don't know. But, yeah, here's Ram Man. Just like the other deluxe figures, he has some, other accessories, like he has a reversible head with a, like, face guard, which is kind of cool. And then he has another grippy hand, which I can't call the thumbs up hand, because he's not giving a thumbs up, which is kind of disappointing. It's more of a cup holder hand. I don't know. He's gripping though. And then he also has the fist hand, which he comes with the fist hand like in the package, and then this is the other hand, which I think it'd be better to have the other hand on him, because then he can hold both of these weapons. So he has two different weapons. He has this one, which I believe I was told was the vintage one, and then this is the some new one they added with a double-bladed axe. And something cool is the little peg on the bottom, and you can plug the two into each other and have whatever this is. It looks kind of cool, but it also looks like very strange and off. I don't know. I guess you could use that, but yeah. And then here's the head that he comes with before, with just the normal face underneath, and then this little thing, which is actually kind of rubbery, so if like you move it back and forth, you see how the plastic bends, and this whole top part is like that. You see it's very bendy, and it's hard to like, sometimes the head comes out of the rubber, like, because there's like a little, here, let me pull his head off real quick. There's like this rubber on the outside, and sometimes it like gets on top of it or under it, and I have to like adjust it. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Let's get a look at while the head's off, let's get a look at what he looks like with the other head on. Get it on, where is it? Okay, there you go. That's what it looks like with the other head. That looks pretty cool. I like that one. I like the other one more though, but this one's just cool. Cool addition. something I think is kind of funny is his head's just like a giant circle on the bottom. I just think that's really, really funny. It's just a strangely shaped head. So yeah, that's pretty strange. Yeah, as far as articulation goes, he has basically the normal Origins articulation. Shoulders go up, you can turn them all around, and then the arms go in like that, for a little like bicep curl, I guess, and go out, and then the wrists can move, and they can go up and down. And there's a little bit less motion than usual, just because the joints are bigger. Like, well, the arms are bigger, so there's not as much movement as usual, but it's still pretty good. And there you see the legs do have some articulation, just not much. You can bend these back a little bit. You can also turn them 360 degrees, but they will get stuck on each other. The feet will get stuck on each other because, you know, the other foot's blocking it. So, I mean, you can turn it 360 degrees, it's just, that's not healthy for the human body. Then to the main action feature. I know the normal one had a button on the foot that you would push. This one does not. You just push it down, and it locks it into place, and you push it down again, and it launches back up, which is pretty cool. I like that, actually, because I know in the show, when I was watching that, he just kind of bounces around, and you can kind of replicate that more with this. With that. Also, it's a lot harder to push down than I thought it would be. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's also very loud. It's kind of annoying. My brother's getting annoyed when I mess with it. Yeah. It's very loud. But yeah, now we can look at the wrist. I'm gonna pull the wrist out and give him the clippy hand. And yeah, now he's got two clippy hands. You can have him hold both. You can have him hold this weapon and this weapon here. Let me just, alright, got it. Come on. Yes, I got it in there. A little hard to get the weapons in there, but that's okay. Yeah, now he's got both the weapons. Now if you want to see the slamming ram thing in action, here we have Triclops, the Origins Triclops. And if you want to see, first of all, this is how he compares in size to the normal Origins figures. He's a little bit shorter when he's locked in, but when he's locked out, he's also, when he's, like, you know, popped out, he's also still a little bit shorter. So he's significantly shorter than the other figures, but that does not mean that he is any less powerful. So I think what you're supposed to do is you kind of grab him like this, push in, and that was a really, really bad try. Let me try that again. Alright, lock him in. That was better. He's pretty good. Oh, he fell over. Yeah, and as far as removable parts go, if you want to look at that, he does come with this little pant foot like the other ones. The feet cannot be removed, which is not much of a surprise, but it's still disappointing. The head can be removed, as you saw, with the reversible head. And the arms can come off, so you can take off these arms. You can also take off the wrists, like you saw with the reversible wrists. Here we just, haha. And then you can pull off the head. So there you go, there's all of the pieces that you can have him be, I guess. And here, he kind of looks funny with the other arms, but I'll show you that in a second. And let me just put him back together real quick. Alright, and there he is, back together. Now, something I wanted to show you, I'll use Triclops since I have him up here. You can use the arms on the other He-Man characters. So you want to take these ones, and you can put them on him, which actually looks pretty funny. He's got the tiny little arms. It actually doesn't look, it actually looks kind of normal. It doesn't look too bad. But then what's really funny is when you put these on the normal characters, these big arms. Looks kind of funny. And then you can mix them up to where he has one little arm and one big arm. That looks even weirder. Haha. Yes. So that's what it looks like with the other arms. One of the problems that my Ram Man has, I don't know if this is a problem with all the other ones, but there's like a paint smudge right here. Which, I mean, isn't that big of a deal. I could probably, like, you know, take a baby wipe or something, wipe that off, maybe. But even if I can't, it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, I'm just gonna play with these. I'm not like a display person. Like me and my brother, we play with our little He-Man figures. But yeah. So that's Ram Man. He's pretty cool. The only thing that I will say is, again, I don't know if there's a problem with mine, but his arm is kind of loose, and you raise it all the way up. It does look kind of weird there when you raise his arm all the way up. It's like there's a chunk missing from his arm. but sometimes when I lift it up too much, it'll just pop right out. This arm though, not the other one, because it's just really loose. But yeah. Alright, so I wanted to compare it to like the vintage figure, but I don't have a vintage one, and neither does my dad. So this is what I had. The closest thing I have to the original is a 2000X one. Yeah, this one's a little. They're very, very different. But the reason this one's kind of similar is it has that button on the bottom where you push it and he rams into things. And this one is a lot easier to push in. Like this one, you have to push a little bit harder to lock it in place, whereas this one is just like it just like bounces up and down. Where yeah, you get the idea. But here, ramming against Triclops again. What you do is you would line him up and you push the button, and he would ram into him. Here, actually, let me do it this way. That way he won't hit. Oh, come on. Okay. That way he won't hit the wall. Oh my gosh. Okay. This one's a little bit sensitive, but there we go. So that's how that one works. And then here's attempt number 5, maybe, of me trying to get the Ram Man one too. Yeah, there we go. That worked a little bit better. Let me try. Okay, yeah, see, I can't do it on the table, but I've messed with this downstairs after I opened it, and he can ram into it very easily. He's just not wanting to cooperate right now. Bad Ram Man. Yeah. So that's it next to the 2000X one and his rammy action. Yep. Cool. Alright. So, there's some cool little details in this guy. Well, I just want to point out there's a little, like, dent in his head, which I just think's hilarious. And both of them have it, too, so it's like, you know, he rammed into someone and banged in his helmet. I just think that's hilarious. There's a little skull on his belt buckle. There's a paint smudge right here. That just might be me. Yeah. Oh, something else that's kind of cool. When you bend this back, the way they've, like, designed it, it looks like it's, like the springs are bending, like they're being squished in, which, I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but it looks really cool. But yeah, let's get this guy into some cool poses. Alright, here he is running, I guess. When the thing's locked in, you can't really push it back as far. So you can't move you can move the legs when it's locked in, but not as far as you can when they're out. But even when they're out, you can't lift it up all the way, and so he's kind of wobbly, like if you try to get him to run. So that's a bit of a problem. But hey, at least you can move the legs, right? I mean, you could take. I'll take it, right? Yeah. Here he is playing his double-bladed weapon of death like a guitar. Because why not? That actually looks pretty cool. It does look like a guitar. Okay, that's actually really cool. I like that. And here he is trying to figure out which axe to use. Because they're both so different, yet so similar. Alright, so yeah, that's it for Ram Man. Pretty great figure. One of the better, well, the best of the 2 deluxe figures I have, because I only have Clamp Champ. I don't have the Battle Armors, but I only have Clamp Champ. So yeah, between Clamp Champ and Ram Man, I think he's the better option. He's definitely the coolest one. Yeah, I found this at the Go Calendar store for a lot more than its retail price. So that was kind of rough. But at least I got one, right? Because I've only ever seen the deluxe figures in stores once. I saw the Battle Armor He-Man and Skeletor in like January, the beginning of January. And they had 2 of them. And I was like, oh, can we get them? My dad's like, nah, we'll find them other places. And then here we are, middle of, well, I guess now it's the beginning of May, and we have not seen them anywhere. So, yeah, that's a lot of fun. If you like my videos and you want to see more He-Man reviews, I have a lot more on my channel. You can go subscribe for more if you want that. I also have an Instagram I just started. It's at Huffy Reviews. I think that's how it works. I'm not quite sure. I think that's how you say it. Like, I've never really done Instagram before. I think it's at, I mean, it is an at symbol, but anyway. Anyway, it's going to be linked in the description. Yeah, I guess that's it. Jesus loves you.